The standard deduction just went up again for 2026, and it's the single biggest tax break most Americans never have to ask for. Here's what it is, the new numbers, and what it actually means for your taxes. Let's break it down. First, what it actually is. The standard deduction is a flat amount you subtract from your income before any tax is calculated. No receipts, no itemizing. About 9 out of 10 taxpayers take it. And the bigger it gets, the more of your income is simply shielded from tax. So here are the new 2026 numbers. $16,100 if you're single, $32,200 for a married couple filing jointly, and $24,150 for head of household. Each one went up a few $100s from 2025. And here's where it lives on your return. This is Form 1040, page 2, line 12E, the standard deduction. You just enter the amount for your filing status, and it comes right off your income. What does a bigger standard deduction actually mean for you? Two things. First, more of your income is tax-free. A married couple pays zero federal income tax on their first $32,200. That's the floor before tax even starts. Second, fewer people should itemize. Itemizing only pays off if your write-offs, things like mortgage interest, state taxes, and charity, add up to more than your standard deduction. Now that it's this high, the standard deduction wins for most people, which means simpler filing and no receipts to total up. Now, if you're 65 or older, it gets better. On top of the regular standard deduction, you get an extra amount, about $2,050 if you're single, or $1,650 per spouse if you're married. The same bump applies if you're blind. And there's a brand new one for seniors. The 2025 tax law added a separate $6,000 deduction for each person 65 and older, $12,000 for a couple who both qualify. It runs from 2025 through 2028, and it phases out at higher incomes, above $75,000 single or $150,000 married. So the practical takeaway, the standard deduction is bigger again. It shields more of your income automatically, and most people no longer need to itemize. But still run it both ways, your standard deduction versus your itemized total, and take whichever is larger. One quick note on who makes this. The tax breakdown is prepared by a tax accountant with over 15 years of public accounting experience, so every figure is checked against the IRS sources. Always educational, never advice for your specific situation. The bottom line, for 2026, the standard deduction is $16,100 single and $32,200 married. Bigger, automatic, and even larger if you're 65 or older. For most people, that means a lower tax bill and a simpler return. This is general education, not tax advice, so check with a pro. Subscribe to the Tax Breakdown for tax rules in plain English.